Hello, welcome back. Yes, it's engine today. So we've been running the engine for 10-15 minutes or so just to warm the oil up, make it flow out easier, because we're going to do an engine service. We're also going to replace the batteries. But first of all, I've got a bit of a task. 4 Victron leisure batteries and a new starter battery. And they've all got to be carried down Heartbreak Hill, and of course all the old ones back up here again. So yeah, that's going to take me a while. Well, time for the old plate to come up. That's it. Yeah, it's not a great design really. I suppose you get that with all cruisers. But as you move the plate back, all the dust that's on it just falls on top of the engine. So I do try to remember to give it a sweep normally. But you can see how much shit catches in the rain channels here. That's got to be cleaned out regular as well. But we're going to give that a little bit of love today. I'm going to give it a good brush out, and going to vac tan it and do that with the bilge paint as well. Now the engine bay itself, just take you off the thingy. It's not bad. It's just dirty. Ooh. Here we go. So it's a Canaline 38, as you can see, and it's a PRM 125 mechanical gearbox. So I'm going to change the oil in both and all of the filters today. Here are the batteries. Now these are absolutely shot. Before we connected the solar up, I was waking up in the morning and there was like 10.5 volts left in them. They're just knackered. A little bit of cabling to tidy up as well while we're under there. Now the tray doesn't look too bad, but what I want to do while they're all out is again give it a vac tanning and a coat of paint and give it time to dry. So we don't have any electricity today, so I've got a supply of batteries for the camera, that is. Also got a supply of batteries for the boat. So let's just get up Heartbreak Hill and get them all changed. That's the engine service done. The fuel filter, air filter, oil filter, 8 litres of oil, and 2 new belts, auxiliary and the main alternator drive belts. I'm not sure I've got it tight enough, but I can't test it until we get the batteries back. It's just about there. It's a little bit sticky, but there's a piece of wood going on there, so I think we need to get the batteries back. Sounds like it's going to start to rain, so could do with getting this job wrapped up for today. I've gone really well. What have I done to? Have I done that? Oh yeah, they're weld splatters there. Yeah, I've done that side and the ceiling. So yeah, that's come up all right. That. So I think what I'll do this week, I'll just work myself around, keep doing bits and bobs. Can't do it all in one lot because you need to stand and you need to get up and that. So yeah, do that side and then do this side. So right, lift these heavy bloody batteries in then. Might just slot in, but it's dead on the measurement. Oof. There we go. Wow. All right. Well, it's been a full-on day, that has, but there they are. They just fit in as well, they do. So we're going to tie up these loose cables that's like off the shunt and the battery monitor and what have you. But yeah, we're just going to tidy it up a little bit. But yeah, they're in and the engine is serviced. Now we've got starter battery connected. We need to go for an engine start now, don't we? Just make sure we're all good and we don't have any leaks. Just let it settle for 10 minutes and then we'll dip the oil again. It's supposed to take 8 litres, I think I'll put 7.5 in. So I'm just going to make sure, didn't want to overfill it to start with. So we'll let it settle. Now the oil filter's full again and we'll probably have to top it up. Hello, oh dear, I've got radio on, better walk up here a bit. You're not that bloody YouTube algorithm is like. So where are we at now then? Well, so we've been out for, I think it's 4 nights now, it's been lovely. We stayed here the whole time really. Dog loves it, got plenty of room, you know. Oh, a bit of a sun flare there, sorry. Yeah, we didn't really do a great deal yesterday, it was a bit showery, so we went and turned around. It was a bit, there's a basin, there's some boats moored there, but there's plenty of room to turn around, but it was a bit windy. And because I'm fairly newbie and I'm quite cautious of getting broadsided with the wind, it's caught me out a few times. So we went beyond it, we had to go through the lock, big double lock, about another mile beyond that to a windy knoll, turned her around and then came back through again. But yeah, if we're facing the right way. We've got to get in the marina tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit windy on Sunday. But it's not too bad tomorrow, so we're going to get into the marina tomorrow. I need to go and B&Q and get some wood cut just for the top of the hatch, the main hatch, and also on top of the batteries, just to comply with the BSS. At the moment they're not covered, and they should be covered something on the top in case anything dropped on them and shorted the batteries out, obviously. How are we doing the painting? Well, I'll show you that very shortly, the engine bay painting, but we have been busy otherwise. So wife's been really busy. We've got all of these painted up. These are the front doors. We've now got all lock solutions now in them. They're not permanent. We are going to look at a more permanent solution later on down the line. They're not great. The steel of the doors is great, but it's just all the lining and that. So if I can come by a little bit of oak at a reasonable price, yeah, I think we're going to change them. But we've got secure locks on the doors. We can make the boat secure. What else are we up to? These are the bow doors, or our bedroom doors. We took that film off there. We're all ready with the grills, the locks again. We've made everything is secure. And the duck hatch, we have been working on the duck hatch last couple of days. Come through the boat. Here we go. Yeah, here's the duck hatch. So yeah, we've got some handles on now, and let's just pull this, come around, and we can now make the duck hatch secure as well. So I'm going to come in here now. I'm going to sand these bits on the oak. I've sanded the oak in the bedroom now. That's all ready for oiling, and we've got, obviously all the locks are fitted and everything on there, just ready for the doors to drop back on. Obviously we've got to do all the doors and everything because all the locks and stuff like that, like I said, they're not very good. They don't have very much material on, so we've drilled right through the wood, through the steel, and I've tapped the steel, and rather than using like a wood screw to hold the door fittings on, the lock and the night latch and everything, I've actually used machine screws and just ground it just below the surface, so we can get all the locks fitted back on, get them all tightened down nice and secure, screwed into metal, not weak wood that's like 9mm thick. And then on the other side we can just JB weld them, bring them back up and sand them down,
ready for that paint shed on Monday. So we've got a little bit of a gap here. The stalls, we've decided that we had 2 stalls here. You remember we had some oak plinths here and they were strapped on and we couldn't sit at the breakfast bar. We've decided that it's not really working for us. It does cause a little bit of an obstruction there. My wife's not really comfortable sitting on a stool either. She likes sitting on the sofa. So we're going to get some lap tables instead. I've kept one of the stools. We're just going to stand that in the shower. Not going to keep both of them because we haven't really got room for them unless they're stored away somewhere. So, but I've kept one because I can see in the future I'm going to be able to sit up here and work on the computer at the breakfast bar. So what's happening here? So we've got to sand these here, and we've got a lot of touching up now, emulsion to do. More or less all of the inside of the boat is done really. We've just got some little bits of finishing off that we're going to get the next couple of days. Got a couple of like document baskets. So I'm going to have 2 here just in a line, probably in that dead space there where you're not, as long as we can open the washing machine door, and we can put like games controllers and keyboard, mouse and stuff like that for the little computer. Where else are we up to? Yeah, what we have decided, the pinks were, remember the pink? We covered these with a clear plastic film, and it's working really well for us. Yeah, quite like them. That one there is just painted. That's picking up the dirt, as is here as well. We've noticed that we are getting splashes behind the splashback for the worktop is not high enough, so we are getting a few splashes. So what we are going to do, we're going to get some self-adhesive tiles. We've seen some really nice ones. The 15 centimetre square, so they're going to come up to about here. So we're just going to, we are going to have to cut a little bit for the porthole, and we're just going to have them up to there, and the same on this side as well. And then we're going to get some plain, so some pattern ones. They're going to be, we love a bit of colour, and we've also like a bit of beauty, hence the oak as well. So, but yeah, well, we're going to get some plain white ones and just tile that. What you see there, white. Just going to tie it off, and it's just going to make it a little bit more user-friendly with the dog going up, especially when he's muddy. Just wipe clean. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Making everything easy. Right then, well, where are we going with the runners? You remember that last time we was out, I didn't have the correct tapping size drill bit. I want to do an M4 thread. At the moment, they're held on, one at the front and one right at the back, and they're both M5, which is, it's not that much bigger, but the head of the socket head screw, it's just a little bit bigger, and it takes more countersinking. So I'd rather do them in M4. Well, I have got the drill bits, but the reason I'm not doing it now, I might as well do it when this hatch comes off. I can mark it out properly. Oh, I nearly lost the radio then, look at that. I can mark it out properly once the hatch is gone, and just drill straight through, lift the brass hole, enlarge the brass to the clearance size, and then just tap these. We probably want another 4 or 5 in each side. The reason being, because we're going to clean this back, it's going to be painted, the steel underneath the brass when the boat is painted, and then we're going to get some Sikaflex or something like that to take up the air gap and clamp it all down with all of the threaded screws. And that water will not be able to sit underneath it. That is the idea. We don't want water sitting underneath there, because that's going to cause rust. It's only held on by 2, one at each end on each side, and it works absolutely fine. But it's the water that you've got to stop. Same as everything else, isn't it, really? Okay, right, let's get this engine plate up and let's finish this job. And let me tell you now, it's not pretty, but it's a solution that's going to work to buy me a bit of time. It will stop the rust that is starting to form under there, maybe for a year or so. But you're never going to stop it altogether unless you do it properly. And I haven't got time to do it properly. I just want to put things on pause. I'm the sort of guy, I'm going to need a project come winter time. And yeah, getting under there and stripping it all back and smoothing it off and getting it painted, it'll look beautiful. But not just yet. Just need to slow things down. So let's get that a little bit finished, and we'll see where we're going then. Right, let's quickly get this done while the news is on, that I won't get copyright strike. So this is the Gearbox PRM 125.
It's the mechanical one. I didn't change the fluid the other day when I did the service, simply because I didn't have the fluid. But I've got it. It didn't come as part of the service kit, but I've got it now. It doesn't take much. Apparently it takes 0.4 litres, so I need a container. Where's my container? Just to catch the old fluid. It takes automatic transmission fluid, but I imagine that it has never been changed. So that's the level indicator. I've taken that one out with a container under it and poured some fluid in, and it just pours straight out of there. So that's the level indicator. And there's one down here on the bottom, quite a big one, bigger than any spanner I've got. And I reckon that is the drain plug. I'm not going to get nothing on it. No. Oh, I am. There we go. Right. Oh, Jesus Christ, that is tight. Yeah, that's it, it's loose. Get the container under there. I'm just going to start taking it slowly out. There it is. That was easy enough. Going out of there pretty quickly. Right, let's find somewhere to pour this. I need some for overflowing the filler a little bit. Looks like there's a copper washer there. Just have to watch that. If it does drip, just have to. Oh no, it's steel. I'm going to say if it's copper, you can re-anneal them. Steel, aluminium. It'd be aluminium, wouldn't it? Softer than the steel. Right. Get it filled up. I can definitely see it. Yeah, that's about bang on, that, isn't it? Yeah, nice. It works well. The little vent at the side, the overflow outlet. Yeah, it works well. Let's try again. Just to double check. Yeah, it's just slightly above. Just slightly above. But I'm gonna have to double check that. I'll leave it for now. I'm happy with it for now. But at the moment, the boat is not level. We have got a bit of a list over to the left hand side. We've just got to shuffle the ballast a little bit, which we're not doing until we fully painted and come out the bike shed. The trouble is, we've got so many tools aboard this boat and they're not going to be on it once we go out constant cruising. So at the moment we're carrying weight that we're not going to have in the future. So yeah, one of the last things to do is just adjust the weight once all the tools have gone. So right, so I've got to paint this little bit off here now. Perhaps a little bit of time lapse, have a look at that. Whatever paint I've got left, I'm just going to slap it in these bilges and just use it up really. Like I said, all I want to do is just slow it down, slow the rust down for a few months, a year or whatever, and then when I've got time we'll do it properly. We'll come back and revisit it, but I just need to get it the best that it can be in the time frame that we've got. Here we go, that is good enough for now. I've got a little bit of the bilge paint left, so I'm just going to vacuum out my rain channels and just pour it in there and spread it all around. Just get a nice thick coating on it. So that's about it for us now. Where are we now? So right, during his next video, we're inside the paint shed. Yeah, so I'm looking about, I reckon about 4 days. I'm going to have to strip everything back, all of the clips for the canopy and the crash cover and everything's all got to come off, labelled up, start rubbing stuff down. It's going to be fun and games. So join me then. Thanks for watching. See you later. Ta-ra.